But meantime, it's action again, and what I thought was the most interesting cup tie of our three this evening, the one between West Bromwich Albion and Norwich City. Your commentator at the Hawthorns was Alan Parry.
Two strikers who were teammates just a couple of months ago are on opposite sides today, and each has a special reason for wanting to score the match-winning goal. Albion's Cyril Regis is determined to end a spell of 7 games without scoring, to press his claims for a place in the England team against Northern Ireland, due to be announced soon. And Norwich's John Dean, who played alongside Regis earlier this season, is keen to prove that Albion were wrong to let him go. One of these two could well hold the key to this tie. The teams, well, Albion make 4 changes, 1 positional from their midweek defeat at Tottenham. 16-years-old Mickey Lewis replaces the injured Martin Joel. Andy King takes over from Kevin Summerfield, who's substitute, and Nicky Cross will play in midfield. Norwich have lost Dave Bennett through injury, and he's replaced by Peter Mendham. And their leading scorer, Ross Jack, has to be content today with the number 12 shirt. So it's West Bromwich Albion in the stripes who get us underway. They're attacking from left to right, and a match that could hardly be more vital for both these sides. They're midway down the table in their respective league tables. The ball twice out of play in these early stages. Quite a contrast in the state of sunshine covering this pitch. One half completely illuminated, the other in shadow. Today's referee is Mr. Joe Worrell of Warrington in Cheshire. A good early break here by Albion, cut out well by Walford for Norwich. Dean prevented the ball crossing the line, but could only concede the throw further up. Statham to take it for West Brom. Who is turning well and finding Regis. Great roars from the Norwich fans for that incisive piece of play by Peter Mendham. Norwich capitalising on that mistake. Here's Brom. Trip, but the referee allows him to go on. Maguire in hard. And some very strong early challenges as the ball is laid forward for Regis. Norwich very stretched to the back here. King. Good save. Well, Norwich really were stretched to the back then. As the ball was laid into the middle by Regis, the shot came in, it was on target, and the goalkeeper made a good save. Here's Walford. Mendham, a beautiful ball infield to Dean. And he finds Birchin. Promising attack. And Dean got back on the end of it too with that shot which went swinging wide. It all began really with that excellent ball from Mendham in midfield. 3 Norwich City players involved. When the ball was crossed back into the middle to Dean, his shot went wide. Norwich getting players back well when Albion attacked them. But this is the way to beat it, a defender like Robertson coming through and laying it on for Regis. And what a fine tackle by Downs. The ideal way to beat a packed defence which Norwich were presenting then. Robertson coming all the way from the back, laying it on for Regis. Downs' tackle was a saviour. And here's Owen. The corner quickly taken. Knocked in towards Robertson, back into the danger zone, and O'Neill got it clear. Norwich under pressure themselves for a moment. Statham. And Greg Downs really then made a tackle that saved Norwich a goal.
Read the flick on Andy! Andy!
Jerry Summers imploring the Albion players to do better. Here's Cross. Lay off by King, and Cross with that very good effort from all of 25 yards. Took the 1-2 and delivered that shot, rising all the time, but from that range it was a good effort. Statham coming to meet the goal kick. Walford's header. Here's Robertson. Regis taking it well on the chest, and a lovely piece of control by Regis. Oh, and what a great shot! Oh, one of the goals of the season. Cyril Regis. What a way to end a barren spell. Cyril Regis, who's gone 7 games without a goal, scores an absolute beauty. He took the ball on his chest, turned beautifully, went forward, and the shot was absolutely devastating. 24 minutes gone, Cyril Regis gets his first goal since Boxing Day, and it was worth the wait. West Bromwich Albion 1, Norwich City 0, and they'll talk about that one for quite some time. And Ron Greenwood is given food for thought, I'm sure, as he considers his squad for the match against Northern Ireland. And with the injury too to Paul Mariner, Regis couldn't have picked a better moment to score a goal like that. An absolute beauty. So Norwich have to try and pick themselves up from that. And here's O'Neill. It runs loose to Dean. He's got to go some to equal that now. Offside. Well, we were saying before the kick-off that Regis could be the man to decide this tie. And with a goal like that, if it is the only goal, if it is the winner, it was a goal absolutely worthy of winning any match. Martin Bennett won it then. While Regis, a new lease of life from that goal. Came off Watson, and he did well to get it clear. Here's Lewis. Statham. Bennett on the far side in space. Owen trying to get on the end of that 1-2, and Walford's having a good game though for Norwich, who could stretch Albion with this counter-attack. O'Neill feeding it to Brom. Birchin and Dean in the middle, and it comes to Mendham, and the header was brilliantly saved by Grew. Albion still not clear of danger, but Regis won it back well. Mackenzie playing it to King. Owen is free on the left. Regis will chase and is onside. Norwich all at sea at the moment. 2 in the middle for him. Oh, what a good saving header again by Walford. So in the space of a few seconds, near misses at both ends. Mendham with the diving header, well saved, and then that clearance by Walford, and Albion themselves were stretching Norwich. Brom on the right. Simmons overlapping for him, and he comes inside. The shot deflected. Statham in a bit of trouble here, and he's really run into an impossible situation, that Statham, and was lucky to survive it. Birchin battling well. The referee right on hand to intervene then and award the free kick. Or is he going to? Yes, he's decided on a bouncer. Well, it bounced very fortunately then for Regis. Here's Owen. Well, he ran completely into trouble. O'Neill. And still O'Neill. And still. What a good run. Brom. Dean. Oh, well, that was remarkable. Drew can't believe it, neither can Dean. And Mendham, who got the touch on, saw the ball deflect off the goalkeeper, and then it somehow or other came back and ended up in Mark Grew's arms. But O'Neill is the man who takes credit for a marvellous run down the right to set up that attack, which indeed is the final attack of the first half. So Grew a little bit fortunate in the end that he's able to keep a clean sheet. But this man, Cyril Regis, will be the player they're talking about around the Hawthorns at half-time. A quite stunning goal, and one which brings a smile to his face, and a scoreline of West Bromwich Albion 1, Norwich City 0. Well, the vagaries of a British winter perfectly seen at the Hawthorns. We started with half the field covered in bright sunshine. Now, at the start of the second half, there are hailstones falling, would you believe? So the referee checks with the linesman, and it'll be John Dean to get this second half underway, having been massively overshadowed by his opposite number 9, Cyril Regis, in that first half. And while one of the reasons for that, he marked him well. Kick aimed at Brom, and a good ball turned forward too. Robertson looked as though he'd misread it then and still could be in trouble, but Owens got him out of it. And here's Statham. Tried to play it over the back of the defence. Watson was quick, Regis almost just as quick. These sides, incidentally, have only met surprisingly once before in the FA Cup, in season 68-69, when Albion won here by 3-0. A little bit scruffy and scrappy in midfield at the moment. Finally, it's O'Neill who brings it away. This is Brom. Mendham. Brom finding Birch in. Good control. And Brom again. Difficult one that for Robertson. Bircham winning it once more. Here's O'Neill. Good skill. And a corner. John Weil coming across to cover. O'Neill doing well then with that little flick up in the air. And Weil happy to see the ball go behind. Fine header, and it was only just over the crossbar, and no wonder then that Steve Walford and Dave Watson posed so many problems as the ball was played high in the air. The Albion defenders watching those two, and Birching came in and headed it just over the bar. Sent forward by Lewis. Brom. Simmons again. Given away. Here's Owen with Regis. Oh, good skill. Regis. A good layoff too to Mackenzie. Fine save. Well, that reminded one of that stunning goal he scored in the Wembley Cup final last year. The kind of shot, certainly, that produced a goal on that time. But Woods right behind it this time. Norwich just can't get things flowing in midfield at the moment. Greg Downs has been one of their main points of attack, and that's a good ball from him to Maguire. Here's O'Neill. Dangerous looking ball into the middle, well cleared by Weil. Maguire piling the pressure on again though. Birchin's cross, Mendham unmarked, and here's Dean, and it comes loose to Brom, and still Dean, and Mendham again, and in the end Mackenzie gets it clear. Well, that was an anxious moment indeed for Albion, with Norwich getting 3 snaps at that loose ball, and in the end Mackenzie was the man who got across to clear. And Mark Brom, the man very much at the heart of that piece of action, took a rather painful knock. Ross Jack, the substitute, who in fact is Norwich's top scorer and who scored the 3rd round winner at Stoke, looks as though he's about to come on.
Substitute for Norwich.
So a sad sight then, young Mark Brom, just 18 years of age. That goal-mouth collision has brought the end of the game prematurely for him, and Norwich have brought on their substitute Ross Jack. And here's Lewis. Given away, it's all a bit scrappy in midfield, but Lewis battling away well. Bennett. Good layoff that by Cross. Turned in first time by Bennett to King. Back again to Cross. A very good effort. Certainly the best of this second half. The ball played in from the right. King turned it back. Cross with the first time shot from just outside the area, over the top. Walford now. Good ball to Simmons midway through this second half. Norwich still a goal to 0 down. Walford again. They've certainly got enough men forward here, Norwich. One of them is Downs. Look for Dean across the area. Ross Jack. So the cross came in from the left. Up went Dean and nodded it down, and Jack was so close to what would have been a sensational goal. This is Downs. Cross intercepting. The linesman has flagged, but the referee has said play on. Now he's whistled. I don't think he saw the linesman at first. Mr. Worrell allowed Owen to go on for what looked like a 1-against-1 situation with the goalkeeper, but then suddenly cut him short with the whistle. Free kick given. Downs kick. Here's Dean. Mackenzie forward. Cross chasing. Is he quicker than Watson? Well, he's got there first anyway. Mackenzie back on the end of it. Good save. Well, Cross and Mackenzie combining well then, and the ball was laid into the path of Mackenzie. He hit it hard, but Woods parried it away. Robertson happy to lift that high into the crowd, which incidentally is just a little short of 19,000 today. The crowd imploring the referee to blow the final whistle. They know it's been a real battle in this second half for Albion to hold on as Birchin crosses dangerously again. This is Jack. Mackenzie hoofs it clear. And look at this. This is incredible. 2 Albion players and only Chris Woods. Regis, can he go all the way and finish this? No, he can't. Woods, considering the situation, did magnificently. An incredible counter-attack. Cross and Regis all alone. Woods stood between them and what would have been a clinching goal. Regis took it too close to the keeper. Fine save. But that's the final whistle, and Norwich's brave battle, and they did battle well in the second half, ends in defeat. Not a game of the greatest quality, perhaps. A typical cup tie in many ways. Few chances. And one that did go in was created by the genius of Cyril Regis. A magnificent goal, and it was enough to clinch a victory for West Bromwich Albion and a place in the quarter-finals. The final score, West Bromwich Albion 1, Norwich City 0.
Well, I don't begrudge West Bromwich Albion that victory, nor Cyril Regis his relief at scoring such a splendid goal that deserved to win a cup tie. But I did feel sorry for Norwich City, who took the game to Albion and in no way looked inferior, either territorially or for pure ability. And Ken Brown looks to have welded together a team that could regain former glories quite quickly.
Well, Albion are one of only 3 First Division clubs who go into Monday's quarter-final draw. The other 2 are holders Spurs and Coventry City. The 5 other quarter-finalists will all come from the Second Division. One of them, Chelsea, provided the most memorable result, beating Liverpool 2-0 in front of a 41,000 crowd at Stamford Bridge, with goals from Peter Rhodes-Brown and Colin Lee. So let's now find out exactly how Chelsea knocked out the European champions as we join their captain, Mickey Droy.
I think we've done ever so well. We got the result we wanted. I just think they probably feel a bit disappointed, but you know, it's about the 3rd time we've done them now, and we're well pleased, obviously.
You've got the Indian sign on Liverpool, haven't you?
I think they wouldn't be too, sort of pleased to get, to be drawn against us again in cup games, because we just seem to have something over them, and we've done them a few times now.
Liverpool might feel it was a freak result, but of course Chelsea would argue that it was the result of good planning.
Yeah, obviously Liverpool had a hell of a lot of the play, but you know, we knew that they was going to come forward a lot, and we had to contain them. And as long as we didn't give away anything silly, then we had a good chance of scoring goals on the break. And that's really what happened.
And the Chelsea management, I know, watched Liverpool's last 3 games and felt that Souness in particular was allowed too much freedom in the middle of the park by teams like Ipswich.
Yeah. I think what's happened in the games that our manager and the assistant manager have watched is they're played against First Division opposition, and the teams have allowed them too much time and space. And obviously if you do that against teams like Liverpool, they just slaughter you. So what we tried to do was to put Colin Pates on Graham Souness and close him down to stop him playing, and to counteract the threat of McDermott, and that's what we did. It didn't work too well in the first half in the case of McDermott, but overall, no, we contained them. We kept them to shots from outside the box, and on the break we fancied our chances, and we scored 2 goals for it.
Deserved it?
Yeah, I think so. Why not? You know, we were the underdogs. We had nothing to lose. We knew it was going to be a hard battle, and we scored 2 goals. They didn't score any.
And our reporter, Tony Gubber. So a great performance by Chelsea, but one match by another second division club, Shrewsbury, who are managed by Graham Turner. They beat UEFA Cup holders Ipswich 2-1. Graham, a well-deserved win with set pieces the key.
Well, yes, I remember you coming down 3 or 4 years ago to watch the cup run when we played Cambridge and then Manchester City, and we were scoring off corners in those days, and we're still doing it now. Very difficult to defend against. We scored from a corner and a free kick.
I know you played yourself this morning, Graham, for the 3rd team. Is there a chance perhaps you could be back for the 6th round or even Wembley?
Well, I mean, Wembley's a dream. It's a dream we've had since we played in the 3rd round. It's getting closer. I don't think there's any reason to change that, but I've been out for a long time this season, and obviously I'm trying to get match fit again. There's always a chance, but the way the lads played today, there's they'll continue to play because they did such a fine job.
So Shrewsbury, one of 9 teams who go into Monday's draw, and also one of the 6 who've never won the Cup. The others, Coventry, Leicester, Queen's Park Rangers and Crystal Palace or Orient, 2 teams who replay on Tuesday, kick off 8 o'clock, after the only draw of the round, 0-0. The other 7 ties were all won by the home side, and that's a 5th round record. Coventry knocked out the last 3rd division club Oxford, with Gary Thompson and Mark Haitley getting 2 goals apiece in an impressive 4-0 victory, which I can tell you did little to help Jimmy Hill's bad shoulder, as it had him leaping around the room. There's one cup tie we haven't mentioned tonight. Queen's Park Rangers' 3-1 victory over Grimsby. Simon Stainrod set Rangers on their way with his 18th goal of the season. In the league, Kevin Keegan scored his 21st goal of the season to help First Division leaders Southampton to a 2-0 win over Nottingham Forest. But with Manchester United winning 1-0 at Wolves with a goal by Gary Birtles, Southampton's lead at the top remains 2 points. Manchester City go 3rd after beating Brighton 4-0, and Arsenal moved up from 7th to 4th following their late 1-0 victory over Notts County. In Division 4, one result this evening, Torquay 0, Wigan 0, and that means Wigan stay in 2nd place behind Sheffield United on goal difference. United went top this afternoon after beating York 4-0. Pools, and although there were 10 score draws on the coupons, dividends will be fairly good. Claimed by Telegram for 24 points, the numbers 12, 13, 15, 27, 35, 39, 47, 48, 49 and 53. Finally, a possible World Cup disaster for Argentina. Today, 9 of their squad, including captain Daniel Passarella and striker Mario Kempes, were suspended by their club River Plate over a pay dispute. The suspension could be for a year, and if the Argentinian FA follows suit, the 9 players could all miss the finals in Spain. What's the betting that doesn't happen?
Well, 9 teams go into the hat on Monday, and astonishingly, only 3 of them from the First Division, the least number in 51 years. And it seems that anything can happen in this season's FA Cup competition. For instance, a striker could wake up in the morning dreaming of a goal and a Valentine card from Bo Derek. Not a bad way to wake up either, I'd say. But Cyril Regis, West Brom striker, announced in the paper this morning that he would rather score a goal than have a Valentine card from Bo Derek. Well, Cyril got his goal, but with a little bit of ingenuity on our part and a bit of cooperation and charm from the lady concerned, we managed to make both dreams come true. Good night to you.
Cyril, this is Bo Derek from California. Jimmy tells me that your game today deserves a Big 10, and your goal especially. So it's my pleasure as a fan of all sports to send you this special Valentine. A big hug and a kiss from me.
Regis taking it well on the chest, and a lovely piece of control by Regis. Oh, and what a great shot! Oh!